Hello.
Boom.
Welcome.
Hi.
Ah, that was
Hel-
delayed.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Dungeons and Dinosaurs with Kayla.
Pretty sure I haven't seen any dinosaurs yet.
Yep, not yet.
Is that a
With
death wish?
it is. It's definitely a death wish.
We don't know that slug could have been a dinosaur.
Dungeons and Dinosaurs with our DM Kaylith. Dungeons and Dinosaurs with our DM Kaylith. We are having another rousing episode. This week we're going to get an episode recap from Heather, or Sitlani as they are known in their player name. Last week was a lot of fun. We almost nearly died. They're going to tell us about it in just a minute. They just need a minute or two to prepare. They will give us the signal when they are ready. But yeah, guys, we had a lot of fun last week, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I totally had fun beating on people with the troll.
That is
I
the
trolled
only
you guys.
of the puns. I love puns, except when they're used against me.
Am I allowed to give myself inspiration?
You're the DM. I think it's your call, yeah?
You can
I
give
feel like that's
yourself
not fair, though.
inspiration, but not the troll.
Yeah. Or anything else we're gonna fight.
That could be a lot of things. Probably a lot of zombie related things.
Maybe.
What about it, Heather? Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right, take it away for our recap.
On the third day, I'm pretty sure it was the third day of our travels, right? Right. I woke up after an eerie night to the sound of my stomach growling. I know there aren't any ponds nearby. We are so far from a river. So I decided to scout out for some food for dinner. Aha! A crow! With my crossbow, I nearly missed it, but my bolt arched just right, hitting it square on. Quickly, I rushed to retrieve my prize before any other creature could snatch it. To my disappointment, no one even saw how amazing a shot I got. Oh well. As we set out at a quicker pace, we ended up in the Trollbark Forest, where our lovely Herg ended up poking some lovely snakes awake. We finished them off rather quickly, well, Spike did, to say the least. As we trekked a little further into the forest, we found a wonderful tree to camp under. Settling for the night, we cooked up all the snake and crow meat that we got into kebabs. I'll call them crow kebabs. Ha! I cracked myself up. So as Megda set out for the first watch, I started to drift off to sleep. What feels like a quick cat nap, I'm awoken by Megda saying she saw some big shadow off in the distance. I decided to climb up the tree where we were sleeping under. I couldn't quite make out what it was in the distance, so I made a very stupid mistake, to say the least. Lighting a direct bolt to where we were was a big, big, big mistake. Needless to say, pardon my shrewd language, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Soon we had a very unwelcome visitor, a troll to be exact. As I ducked into the tree for coverage from this beast, not sure how everyone else would make it, but every cat for themselves in a situation like that. Plus, I also didn't want my group to know, well, that I screwed up. Unfortunately, one of the members that I thought would be okay, she caught the beast's gaze. As I fumbled to make a flaming arrow, she barely dodged its attacks. I managed to get a bolt of flame, but darn, I missed. Of all times to miss. Ah, my group is getting beat up down there. Oh, I know. Flaming oil flask. Muzzle top. Yes, I did the job. The beast practically burst into flames, causing it to freak out in a hurry, almost definitely injuring two of our members. Again, I messed up. As it started to look pretty injured, I hit it with another bolt in its shoulder. At least I think I hit it in its shoulder. It's a little hard to see given the flames and it was running away at the time. As we realized danger was away, we have to find camp somewhere else. And rest seeing that Magda and Spike were not feeling so good at all after all that. Again, guys, I apologize. It's my bad.
Beautiful.
Like, can I hold my button open and click? That was fantastic.
Thank you.
It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so very much for that, Heather. That was stupendous.
Thank you.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. That was good. That was good. Oh my god.
Yahtzee.
All right.
Hey, honey, should I tell that one at Thanksgiving?
Sure.
By the time Thanksgiving rolls around, you'll have more than one to tell.
I should hope so. Otherwise, I'm doing my job wrong.
Well, especially at Thanksgiving, there's generally about 30 Jewish people there, so I might get a kick out of it.
That would be the audience that you are shooting for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm bringing us in, my dear folks. It is pretty late at night. Most of you have only gotten maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours of sleep. It's been pretty rough. That troll tearing the camp apart. And as you're looking around taking stock, you do still have a flaming bolt stuck in a tree halfway across the camp. Your tents that you had set up underneath the wayward pine, they actually look pretty salvageable. It doesn't look like the troll's claws tore into them. It just smacked them down and may have cracked the supports that you used to keep them up on. But otherwise, you've got a decently destroyed camp at the moment. It's dark. You can feel eyes. It's what feels like eyes just kind of staring at you from the darkness. So, my dear party, what are we doing?
I think that before we left off last time, Herg had put that bolt out.
Yeah, 'cause Herg ran. I was
Alright.
going to mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Herg
Yeah, not a
ran
problem.
over to it almost immediately and put it out.
And while I guess Magda's trying to kind of put away her tent and everything, she can do mending to mend the tents if there's tears or breaks in the supports.
Especially where that spell's concerned, it will take a few minutes. There are a couple of small tears here and there, but you'd have to sit down and focus on mending because it does take a minute to cast it.
Herg is gonna grip their big old glaive and kind of stand over Magda, kind of just like glancing around nervously as she does her mending. We gotta get out of here as soon as possible. It might come back. It might have friends.
I'm sorry, guys.
For what?
Well, it's my fault that it found us.
Oh, I think it might have found us anyway, so I'm glad at least.
No, it's my fault I gave a direct arrow to where we were.
Oh.
Mm.
That's not good. But
I just wanted to see what it was. I didn't mean for it to find us.
Eh,
it's
well,
okay.
we're all still here, so, I mean, no harm,
Yeah.
no foul, I guess.
Well, we could have been dead because of me.
But we're not dead.
And I'd say you made up for it pretty well, because I'm pretty sure that your arrows were the thing that were hurting it the most.
Yeah,
And
and
that little
wherever
firebomb
that
that
Mazel
you
Tov
kind of dropped
fireball
off.
came from.
I just wish we would have finished it off.
Did Herg know what that was? Do I need to roll for that?
What, a troll? No.
don't need to roll for it or don't know what it is?
Oh, no, don't roll for troll. You know what a troll is.
Okie
Don't
doke.
roll for troll.
Yeah, trolls, they are. Pardon if you can hear my chewing as I'm in the midst of some dinner. They are at least common enough in story that, yeah, that's probably a troll that you guys were staring at. Gnarly teeth, not quite scaly, like lumpy skin, scraggly hair that looked like it hadn't been washed in 17 years. Long, filthy claws. It matches the descriptions that a lot of you would have had from like childhood stories of trolls.
So I walk over to sit Lolly and pat her head and go, "So what did we learn?"
You pat my head again and I cut off your arm.
We'll see about that, but I won't do that again. Jeez, calm down. Why didn't you say that to the troll?
The troll didn't pet her, says Herg in confusion.
Well, should have told him. Man,
I may look like a cat, but I am not a pet.
I
She's
didn't
a
say you were pet.
person, says Herg.
All right, I
Yeah.
think these tents have been kind of restored here, so we should be able to start heading on out soon, I think.
Yeah, we should get
I-
out of here. We're totally gonna
I
die.
let's see. I would say somewhere that's at least 100 to 200 feet away from where we were.
Should we move in the dark? Spike can't see very well in the dark, but I could help lead him.
Oh no,
Well,
no,
I mean,
no.
I could just bring out my torch.
Yeah, but we also might
Ah.
attract things.
How about you just hold on to Spike's hand and we will do our best to get through.
Sounds
We
like a
don't
good
have
idea.
to travel very far. We just have to travel a little bit.
Fine. I guess I'm not allowed to see anything then.
Well,
I
it's
mean, I
it's
have a candle. It's a little bit less light than a torch, but do you think that would be too much light?
I think if there's trolls about, we shouldn't take any chances. They can see really well in the dark, and a light is only going to make it even easier.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I mean, I can see pretty fine. I'm keeping an eye on.
Sit Lolly can probably.
We hear a dog in the distance.
That's a dire wolf. What are you talking about?
It's a barking slug. What are you talking about?
Why don't we find a really big tree with a lot of cool branches? Maybe we can get up inside the tree and string the tents like hammocks between the tree and then sleep up there and things can't grab us.
Thanks, Caliph. Thanks.
Now that's a dire wolf. That's definitely not a
Oh
slug.
no. Yes, we want to go in the tree. We go up in the tree.
All right, so we go back in the tree like we did last time. Nobody shoots at giant moving things.
I
Yeah,
told
well-
you it was my bad.
I'm not holding it against you. I'm just saying let's not do it again.
Yeah, I heard it. That's enough. I already made a mistake. I know I made a mistake. You don't have to keep rubbing in my face.
No, I
don't know. I
tried
think
rubbing your
sometimes
face.
you may
and
want to shoot the big
I
scary
tried rubbing
things,
your
but we'll
face and
see.
you yelled at me. I'm not doing that again.
You don't touch me.
Yeah, then why would I rub it in your face?
Guys, can we stop arguing and start walking before we die?
A perception.
Oh, she can see forever.
She can.
Not-
10 minutes
Not
ago.
quite.
I
Sadly, with no light sources, perception checks will be at disadvantage even for dark vision.
Still not bad.
15 is still pretty good.
Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Herg is going to grab Spike's hand and grab Spike's hand and put it on his shoulder so that he can just follow where Herg's going. Spike doesn't need any. Well, yes, he does. Spike needs help.
Yeah, he does.
It said 16 on the dice on the screen, but that's not what it says over here.
Yeah, I found sometimes the animation doesn't line up with what it actually rolls. It's weird.
I will be right back, guys. Hold on 1 second.
Okay,
hey.
so
No
who
worries.
needed
Evacuated.
help again?
You need help.
Who's kind of going to lead this little foray into the night?
I vote Sitlani because she's a cat.
I'm still staying in the back. So.
Yeah, not a problem. And anyone that wishes to make a perception check, please feel free.
Ha 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 ha. Me and Spike aren't gonna do very
Okay.
well.
Perception inbound. Give me a second.
Wait, do we have to? We all have to all do perception?
No. In fact, I believe you were voted to lead this little foray, so.
Me?
Yep,
Yes.
you're a cat. You can see the best.
I can.
That's what we think. Cats can see in the dark.
I have the same dark vision as everybody else.
No one knows that.
But oh, okay. So that
But
means
your
I gotta
eyes are
perceive.
glowy, okay?
Your eyes are glowy.
Oh, jeez. That's because it reflects light.
Hey, can it be just a normal roll since Sitlani is a source of light?
Sadly, no. Doesn't
Oh.
reflect enough light.
Okay, so should I do perception then?
No. Please make a survival check for me.
Oh.
This will be a straight
Alright.
roll.
Okay.
Are we better at those?
Because the dark doesn't impact the survival.
No. Yeah.
Hey, Sit Lolly. I got a question for you.
What?
You got another one of those mazel tovs you said, so we can spare a little light?
No.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Also, your character wouldn't have known how bad she rolled.
All I asked
So.
for was light. What are you talking about?
My dear party, you guys begin setting out into the forest. You're making it pretty far. I said, what, you guys are only going like a couple 100 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a treacherous way in the dark, in particular. There's more rocks to trip over, more footfalls to find. That's not quite the right word. Pitfalls. There we go. In fact, at one such point, you guys are hopping over a downed log, and Spike, in particular, was having some trouble with it. And even though you guys are trying to help him over, he hops up, can't quite see, and his balance gets lost, and he actually pitches off and crashes on the ground. And distracted, you whip around, sit lolly, and you turn back and you walk into a bush full of nettles.
Ouch.
Ah!
No, I
That's great!
Do you need a hand? Are you alright?
No. I get it.
Do we see any good trees yet, Sitlani?
No. Somebody else is gonna have to look, please.
Alright, I'll give it a shot. Herg would like to try to
Just look
lead
at
now.
trees.
Is that survival?
Yes, please.
Our adventure ends in the Trollbark Forest, you guys.
We can't find a tree.
Turn back to page 68 if you want to flub it.
Nah. You guys, you're not finding anything suitable for the camp. It's mostly very scraggly, just like darkened pines and ash woods. It's sort of like sickly stuff that you don't really want to camp under. It's barren, twisted in the night. You walk for a few more minutes. Probably went a little bit further than you were intending. And oh, well, you do actually, after probably a good 5-10 minutes of walking, you do find another decent pine tree at least. This one's kind of on its own. Not so much. It's not as nice as the wayward pine was that you guys had found earlier in the night, but this one could probably do for camp if you guys wanted.
I inspect it for dangerous bugs.
All right, make an investigation check for me.
I would like to chance lighting a torch to do this because I don't want to go to sleep in a nest of dangerous bugs.
Sounds good. So we'll do it at a straight roll then.
Okay, let's see. Investigation, you said.
Pretty please.
A negative, you said. Ha 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 ha. No bugs here. We're fine. It's all
Yeah,
great.
you're looking. I mean, there's a couple of ant holes in it, but they don't look like they were recent. But no, you're not seeing many bugs in this tree. In fact, you're not seeing much life at all around.
Oh.
Is there a way to see how sturdy the branches are in the tree?
I mean, looking up at it, no, a lot of the lower boughs look like they could hold you pretty well. Some of the upper ones, maybe not. This tree's a few feet shorter than the last one. Looks like it's still in its growth spurt stages,
Mm-hmm.
but otherwise, no, it's decently sturdy, at least amongst the lower and middle parts of it.
Can my character technically sleep in a tree?
Technically, anybody can sleep in a tree if you try hard enough.
Mm.
Problem is who our characters actually want to try.
I forget. How many of us got an actual good rest before this happened?
None.
Nobody.
How many of
I
us?
think. Yeah. I thought I was like 4 hours deep, but that's about it.
Well, if you're 4 hours deep, you've got your meditation and you can just be up for the rest of the night, right?
I'm a half elf.
Yep. So we can all go to sleep and you can stay up.
Do I have meditation?
Yeah.
I didn't think I had that as a half elf. Is that it? Can we get a check on this?
You do not have the normal 4 hours of sleep like elves do.
Oh, darn. Sad face.
Mhm.
Oh, well.
We're just gonna sleep and hope for the best.
You guys can still take a normal like 8 hours and get caught up on rest. It's you just happen to get up a little bit later in the morning is all.
I just don't remember who already took watch.
Magda.
That's
Yeah.
It
it.
was supposed to be my turn next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, then all hell broke loose.
Well, Megan
Yeah.
needs sleep, so Megan needs to go to sleep. She took a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And Spike took damage too, right?
Spike took damage too.
Mm-hmm.
Lonnie didn't take damage?
No.
Okay.
Unless that bush did something, which I doubt, because Caliph would have told me.
You're still picking thorns out of yourself.
But it's not like to the point where it takes hit points.
No. It's taking hit points means you're getting beat on by something.
Okay.
Walking to nettles, it's an irritation, but
Okay.
it's not going to do anything
I'm a little.
mechanical.
Sitlali's a little preoccupied to just give her a moment, and then I'll take watch, and then I'll wake up Bucephalus.
Herg offers to take the watch so Sitlani can calm down a little bit.
All right. Well, I assume we're getting tents set up. Are we climbing up in a tree, and who's taking first watch?
I'll climb up in the tree to have my watch.
All right. Well, let's do a perception check then.
Oh boy.
Herg is not getting in a tent. Herg does not want to be weighed down by tents if trolls come back. They are putting their back against the tree and holding their glaive.
I
going to
see
sleep that way.
nothing.
Some of those nettles, they kind of got caught in between the pads of feet and hands. They sting. It's distracting. You're trying to pull them out. It's like trying to pull out like really tiny splinters, where it's like you're going at it for a good 10 minutes to try and get just one out. I mean, when you do, it is the most satisfying feeling in the world. But you've got a lot of them, and it is incredibly distracting. You're kind of looking up every few minutes, just kind of looking out. You're not really seeing much. Uh, this part of the troll bark forest that you guys are camping in at the moment is it's a bit more barren. The trees are a little bit more spread out, and you're seeing more in the way of like dead leaves and moss on the ground than you were in the other part. But you're not seeing anything moving out there. But a couple hours pass uneventfully. You were finally able to get the very last of the nettles out of you, kind of towards the end of that.
Okay. I'll go wake up Bucephalus.
Hey. Hello. Where?
I said,
Me?
it's your turn to watch. I go to sleep.
Oh, there you are. Oh, okay. All right. Have yourself a good nap. I'll take over. So I just grab my weapons from my side and go take watch.
All right, please make a perception check for me.
Second.
Oh my God, so many almosts tonight. Jeez, looking out. Yeah.
I'm
As-
dyslexic. Isn't that 21st?
Nah, shame.
Shame.
For shame.
Sorry, he rolled backwards. So just switch them.
If only.
Just reminds me of the meme where just know you can't stand backwards on stairs.
Exactly.
Oh shit, you can't stand backwards on stairs.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think about that every now and again. But yeah, you're kind of pacing around the camp a bit, Bucephalus, and weapons at the ready, and just you're still a bit on edge and jittery. You've only had a couple hours of sleep, and just the adrenaline from that troll fight still kind of pumping through you. And it's a bit distracting, and at one point you stop and you listen. You can swear you heard something. But as you're paying closer attention, nothing really. You don't hear that noise any further. Not quite sure what it was. It almost sounded like water sloshing in a bucket. But if the water was more like thick and jello-like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's awkward.
not quite sure which direction it's coming from, but you don't hear it again. And
Do I notice any indication of water on the ground? Because naturally, if I hear water, I'm gonna look for water.
no, not really. I mean, there's moss on the ground, which can kind of be damp sometimes, and with it being, what are we in the middle of Alteriok? Yeah, there's some damp spots where like snow got trapped under dead leaves or really soaked into the moss that's holding it. So there are some damp spots on the ground, but no real like puddles or anything like that.
Are there any kind of choke points near our camp?
Oh heck
Like
no.
No. Okay.
Choke points by a tree in the middle of a clearing.
Yeah, as in a clearing flanked by trees, hence choke point. If possible, just far enough away from our team, I would like to see if I can prep not necessarily a pitfall, but some kind of a noise trap. Is that doable?
It depends on what you specifically had in mind.
I was thinking just like if I can find if I'm aware of like some dried leaves in the area or anything, I'd like to kind of put a patch of them so if somebody steps on that, we might hear it.
Yeah, no, it's easy enough to find a bunch of dried leaves. You kind of have to range a little bit far from camp, maybe like 50, 60 feet at times. Um, but yeah, you can find enough dried leaves to kind of set up a small perimeter.
When you come back,
Okay.
we're all dead.
All right, so yeah, I'd like to do that and then drop back.
Yeah, sounds good. You get that set up. It takes a good chunk of time. Um, but otherwise, a couple hours pass any without any indication of ill intent, creatures popping out of nowhere, nothing of that sort.
Oh, guys, help me out here. Who had next watch?
Herg.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go wake up Herg.
What? What is it?
Oh, easy there, fella. It's just me.
Okay. All right.
So-
Okay.
Mhm.
I got
You all right?
this.
Good. I believe in you. I just want to let you know. Don't be too alarmed. But because it might not be nothing. But I heard something kind of squishy out there from the sound of it. Um, Probably about 60 yards out pasture from our camp. I set up kind of some noise traps. So a bunch of dried leaves there. So yeah, if you hear anything get past that or any crazy noises, just come get us.
Okay. All right. I will do that.
Oh, good night, Herb.
Okay. Night, Boo Boo.
Praise be to Lathander.
All right, dear Herg.
It didn't
Nice 15.
fail.
Oh, you don't know if anyone else has failed either. That's always the fun part.
Well, I didn't get a 1. That's all I
That's
care
the
about.
important part.
That's all I care about.
Yes.
Didn't get a 1.
'Cause then it'd be negative.
Hey, I've got negative
If I
rolls
got a
before
1,
they
it would be a
suck.
0.
Well, I'm just saying, if it was, yeah.
If it was a 0,
Just
I'd
so you
plus
know,
it.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom for just a moment.
We're all gonna be dead when you come back, but okay.
Okay.
All right. As you take up your watch, Herg, and just kind of looking out over the woods, the eerie stillness, the quiet,
I listened
just
for
the
the
wind.
squishies. It said there were squishies. I listened for squishies.
You're listening for squishies. You're not hearing any squishies. You think way off in the distance you hear a noise, something large, but far enough away that it's very indistinct.
Does it sound like it's moving away?
It's really hard to tell. It was decently faint. Like, especially if a lot of the rest of the woods are like this, sound could carry for a decent while.
Oh
So it
man,
could be
this is so
something big.
creepy.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
But just kind of wandering, keeping an eye out, not seeing anything moving. It's almost like the forest itself is still in the night, afraid that something is going to come get it. Just a palpable sense of nervous energy, like prey waiting in the brush.
Ferrashaka, Ferrashaka, dormez
Erg is French.
Yeah, 2 hours pass. And really pretty boring 2 hours. If a little fraught with tension from the dead forest, but nothing else otherwise.
Okay. I wake up Spike.
What?
It's your turn to watch, brother. You didn't transmit, Jason. You gotta push the button.
I did press the button.
And then, I'm sorry, your thing just didn't transmit, love. But yeah,
But anyway, alright.
there's, Bucephalus said there's something making squishy noises out in the forest somewhere, but I didn't hear any when I was watching. And he also made a noise trap somewhere, so if you hear rustling, that's probably that. But, otherwise it's just really creepy and nothing happened. I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Alright. If I see anything that tries to kill us, I'll cut its head off.
And wake me up.
Oh, come on, why?
Well, because if you fail to cut its head off, I'll die in my sleep, and I don't want to.
Okay.
Alright, cool. Herg goes to sleep with his back to the tree, hugging his glaive.
Alright, Herg falls asleep, and as you're starting to pass out, Spike, you take up your watch, and the sun starts peeking up over the horizon. At least I think it is. It does get a little bit lighter.
I would like to point out that at this particular moment, I fart really loudly in my sleep.
Why?
Yeah, Spike, you're about to start taking up your watch. In fact, Herg, you're right on the verge of passing out when Busey, just a few feet from you, lets rip.
I'm not giving him any more snake kebabs.
Alright, Spike, if you could go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, thank God it was the second one.
Oh, God.
We're all holding our breath waiting for it to show up.
Oh.
My heart. I can't breathe.
Be still. Does
The
anybody have a
anxiety was
defibrillator?
real.
Good thing it started to get lighter. That would have been disadvantage.
Yeah, it's still a little bit rough to see. For a little while, it feels like it's starting to get a little bit lighter, and then just kind of out of nowhere, it gets pretty dark again for you, Spike. Kind of patrolling around the little area, keeping an eye out for things. Here's not seeing much in the way of movement. It's looking around. Some of the treetops are swaying a bit harder in the breeze. But a good hour goes by with nothing going on. And then after a little bit, you do hear a rustle.
Spike, you there?
Yes?
Kaylith just said that you heard a rustle while you were on your watch.
Okay. What is it? Do I have to roll something?
You look around, you're not seeing anything in the immediate vicinity.
Okay. But do I have to roll anything right?
No, not yet.
Alright.
Do you want to try and find out what it is?
Sure.
All right. You start looking around the camp for signs of what might be causing the rustling. I'm remembering Busey's word, or Herg's words from Busey, that he had set up a bit of a noise trap around the camp. You go and look, and first not seeing anything, but then the wind picks up again, and it picks up some of the dry leaves and just kind of tosses them in the air, and you hear the rustling coming from that.
Oh, thank God.
And at the same time, you think you hear something else in the wind, but it's a bit indistinct. It almost sounds like someone's stirring some mac and cheese.
Why do I smell freaking mac and cheese?
Now you hear mac and cheese.
Why do I hear freaking mac and cheese?
And you pause, you look around. You're not seeing anything though. And it starts to get a little bit lighter, but not by much.
Can I
Look it
move
up.
around to look?
Oh yeah, no, you're moving around and looking. You're seeing where you guys are camped. It's a bit of a lone tree in the middle of a, I can't say like wide clearing, um, but it's easily a good like 45-ish feet to the next tree over. Um, it's a bit wider here than it has been in most areas, but it was the only real like decent place to camp. Finding a good pine tree to huddle under, kind of cut out the wind and hide from any prying eyes as best you can. Um, and just walking around the immediate vicinity. You've got the noise trap that's kind of ringing as best it can around the camp. Um, but going around, you're only seeing the surroundings, not seeing anything moving apart from leaves every now and again when the wind kicks up. The branches swaying overhead. You're not seeing anything else. But the rest of your shift comes to a close. Can't quite say it's a nice, bright, sunny day. It's looking pretty overcast. In fact, it's kind of making even the daylight in here look really dark. But you guys have finished your long rest.
Yay.
So there's a very quick button for doing long rests in your inventories. At least there should be. Yes, underneath the hit dice, it will say S rest and L rest. Those will obviously be short rest and long rest. For long rests, you should just be able to click the button and it will ask what all gets reset. You just click whatever needs to be reset and hit go, and you're off to the races. For short rests, it should ask you if you want to roll hit dice, and it will have you do that.
Where are these hit dice?
So this will qualify as a new day, right?
You see your hit
Yes.
point?
Oh, found it.
Okay.
Ah. All right, Spike, you go into your pop-out menu where you have like your whole picture and everything. And
I know.
And then it has L rest right there under hit dice and click it.
Okay,
And then
I'll see. Ah, there we go. I see it.
cool.
All right, should I click it?
Yep, click L rest and then click the little person with the bed and it should rest you.
All right then.
There you go.
So this is technically the 18th of Alteriok now.
Wait, Magda, did you heal?
I manually fixed it while I was resting. So I just hit the button.
Cheater. I think we're on the 17th of Alteriok, I believe.
Okay.
At least that's what I've got marked in my calendar.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys start waking up, begrudgingly, because it still feels pretty dark out. And
Oh, my
It's a little
back
bit
is stiff.
miserable with chilly wind and just feels just bad. It's cold. Sitlali, you're waking up decently high up in the tree. You turn and kind of resting on the trunk of the tree, just a foot from you, is a big ass slug. We're talking a good like 3 feet long. This thing is thicker than your torso. It is a
Just
fat slug.
sitting next to me.
Just right next to you on the tree trunk.
Chilling like
Does
a
it-
villain.
Now, is it just doing its own thing?
It's just kind of, you can tell it's a slug because you can see the slimy trail that it left climbing up the tree. But you're not seeing any movement out of it right now.
I think I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah, you start very slowly backing away from it. Start climbing down the tree gingerly. You think you see a little stalk come out of the top of it and just wave around lazily in your direction.
Oh, he's waving goodbye. So sweet.
But otherwise, it makes no move.
Let's name it Bob and take it with us.
No.
Yeah, you guys are awake. What's the party doing on this fine, overcast, wretchedly cold day?
Herg is not cooking anything this morning because he doesn't really trust the flora or fauna in this forest, so he's just eating his rations.
Busey is doing 300 burpees.
That was perfect timing because I just burped.
299 to go. Magda's just kind of eating some rations for breakfast and kind of just peering around and looking around, just keeping an eye out.
I just keep looking up at the slug in the tree.
You know,
What are you looking at, Sitlani? No, Herg does not ask that. He's too busy looking around too.
I just keep staring at the slug, making sure it's not moving anywhere.
Yeah, you are staring like dead at that thing, Silali. And you're taking bites, staring at it. You hear a noise, and you turn your head for a second. You look back, it's gone.
Huh? Huh?
What's the problem?
The giant, the big, the slug. It was just there. For a second, I looked for a second away, and it was gone. It moves fast, guys. I
What?
think it's a bad slug.
Slugs don't
Slug?
move fast. They're very slow.
But
Did
no,
he fall
I
out of the
swear it was
tree?
just yes. He was in the tree next to me. I woke up. He was next to me, and I came down, and I've been watching it as I eat. I heard something. I look for a second, and then I look up, and it's gone.
Sitlani, I don't think you got enough sleep last night.
No, there was a slug.
Maybe it fell out of the tree.
It did not fall out. If it fell out of the tree, it'd be on the ground here.
Well, if it was in the tree, it's definitely not the one we saw earlier. You think it's maybe the child of the one we saw earlier?
Well, if that's
You
the
saw
case,
a
we should
slug
leave
earlier?
right now. Yeah, remember the giant one yesterday?
Yeah, I was like, maybe this is its spawn.
Well, it's time to go. Yep.
Mm.
Herg puts his backpack on, gripping his glaive, kind of bouncing from one foot to the other. Y'all have the rations? Great, great. No slugs, no trolls, no weird noises in the dark. Let's go.
Yeah, I agree with her. It might be time to get a move on. Cephalus kind of wipes off his sweat and walks back to get his stuff before helping with the tent.
You need a bath.
Yeah, I think you're right. There a decent. There's gotta be a decent water hole around here somewhere.
I would not trust any water in this forest.
Yeah, you got a
You
point.
got any water in your pouch or something?
Unless one of us can create water, I would not advise wasting it. You'll just have to wait till we get back.
Yeah,
I
maybe
can create water. It just I would have to do it tomorrow.
Okay.
Anybody have any like fancy scents so I can at least smell a little better?
I have some incense.
Oh, that'll beat nothing.
I guess I give him one of the incense blocks.
Oh dear, a block of incense rather than a
block.
stick. Holy crap.
Well, Mike,
Unless I can break off a chunk, I don't know. How does it work?
How incense works if it's in block form is usually you light one corner and allow it to smoke and burn and then blot it out when you want it to stop burning.
So should I just like crack a chunk off?
I don't know what he's gonna put it on unless he has like a dish he can set it on and let it waft over him as he walks.
yeah, I think I might just have to. I'll just deal with it for now. I do apologize if I stink for a while.
Just rub the incense all over him and then light him on fire.
What? Your answer is fire for a lot of things.
That was out of character, by the way.
Oh, I thought it was in character.
No.
I was assuming in character too, and my first thought is, damn, at least I'm not the only one that makes a bunch of pyros.
No, I
No,
think
no.
Sitlani's still upset about being pat on the head.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
Magda would have just said something along the lines of, "Oh, you raise 8 boys and you're gonna have some smell, so don't you worry about me."
Hey, speaking of raising 8 boys, do you keep a spare soap?
Spare soap. I don't think that's something that I have in my bag.
Oh,
Did not
okay.
think of buying that.
I used the last of my sandalwood soap before we left.
Oh, dang. Well, I appreciate the help. If y'all need me, I'll be at the bathhouse for like 3 weeks when we get back.
There's a
Just-
bathhouse?
Just throw some dirt on you.
You know,
It'll
yeah.
mask your smell.
Yeah, there's a bathhouse back in the city. You know that?
No, I've never been to that city before we all met up there, remember?
Oh, yeah, good point. Well, yeah, that's right, I was there for a little bit before you guys. But yeah, there's a bathhouse.
Well, I definitely want to go if we ever make it back there alive. On that note, maybe before it's dark, we should.
Yeah,
Get
there's
a move on. Yep.
yeah, give me 5 minutes. I'm just gonna go change my other outfit.
Yusi goes and rolls around in the dirt to cover his stench.
That's what I just said for him to roll in the dirt.
I was just changing clothes.
I mean, the dirt would work too.
Yeah. All right, moving on. All right, guys, I'm all set.
All right, so which way are we going?
Who
We
has
got
the
to
map
find the-
again?
If we got to find the what is it, like a spire?
We're supposed to see some statues that are supposed to direct us, towards a spire. I haven't seen any. Have you all seen anything?
No, but what direction did he say the statues were?
Well, he said they kind of point the way, I think.
Right, but like were they north, south, east, west?
I think it was southwest.
Okay.
Which direction is that?
But Herg would like to make a survival check to figure out which way is southwest.
Please do.
Not so good.
We're lost.
We are lost.
Which, especially after the nighttime sojourn. In the overcast sky, you guys are turning around. You're not quite sure which direction you came from in the night. See, you don't really know where you're pointed, and you don't have the sun to kind of tell you which way is which.
Can we see our footprints from where we came into this clearing-ish area?
Nope.
Okay. I've got the perfect idea. Herg takes his glaive, puts it on the ground, spins it in a circle. Whichever way the blade points, he points in that direction. Let's go that way.
Man, we had a game like this when I was a kid. We called it Twister.
That's a weird name for a game.
Yeah, you'd think, but it makes sense when you play.
Oh.
Do we have a relative of where we possibly are, or no?
Herc doesn't.
Not
You can
really.
give it a shot.
May I try
I-
using the ritual guiding hand to see
Ooh.
if it gives us any idea of going to the spire?
Is the spire where we're supposed to be going?
Well, wherever it is we're supposed to be going. I thought it was a spire. If it's not a spire, then the statue. I don't know.
Hello?
Am I allowed to?
Yeah, sorry, I was reading the spell. But
I don't know if it'll actually do anything, but we can give it a try.
oh, we can certainly give it a try.
Mm.
So
Excuse me.
it is a ritual, so we can definitely cast that. And
And
Yeah.
since it's a ritual, it doesn't do a spell slot, right?
correct. It just takes 10 minutes to cast. So you sit down and focus. You pull out your whatever your divine focus is in some form, and you are sending up prayers to your deity and literally asking for guidance in some form, and eventually, a little spectral hand, it's kind of made out of light, just kind of appears in front of you. And what is it you are having it lead you towards?
Well, we were trying to do it was a spire, right? But I'm not sure if there would be. See, I'm thinking if there was ever a map of the whole building, that maybe there would be a map and technically of the spire. But if we don't have a map of the spire, then I was thinking maybe a statue. Somebody may have drew the statue of where it was. But we'll just go with the spire. We'll give it a shot.
All right, sounds good.
I mean, we're lost anyway,
Is,
so.
is the spire what we're looking for, though? I don't remember what the name of the place we're looking for is. But Herc probably would.
Yeah, all of you would definitely remember. It's only been a couple days. You are looking for what is supposed to be a spire that fell off of an ancient flying city and crashed down somewhere within the Trollbark Forest. Best guess is that it's probably a spire of the city that's supposed to be the Warlock's crypt.
So not the crypt, just the spire.
Yes. And that little hand pops up and it starts like just kind of gently pointing in a direction, which now that you're looking, it's trying to think of cardinal directions. Oh my god. You know what? Actually, we'll make this pretty easy on myself. Someone roll a d8 for me, because I can make you guys roll instead of having to roll myself because I'm lazy.
Yeah.
How did
love-
you get a 10?
I love how you rolled 2d8 and then Herb rolled a d10. That's beautiful.
We'll just average my 2d8 to a 5, and we'll do her get a 5.
There we go. That works.
I only pressed the D8
Oh,
once.
look, there's a 5.
It's
Oh my
5.
God.
Obviously, the universe wants you to choose 5.
one.
Truth. We're gonna go with 5 then. Okay. So the hand is pointing in a direction, and as you start walking, you realize that you guys came into the forest. I can't do my cardinal directions. Holy shit! North, south, east.
5.
East of the intended destination. So you had to continue walking west. And at one point, you had to go a little bit more northwestish towards what was supposed to be the general area of it. This hand, now with that information in mind, is pointing south and like very south and a little westish. So you guys probably went a bit further north than you were intending in the night.
Hey, Caliph.
Yes.
When you're doing that, all I could think of is when we were playing in person, and you'd point in like 36 directions with your eyes closed, and then decide somewhere.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I was like, I wonder if she's doing that right now.
Point of order. What direction is the glaive pointing in? Just so I know how off we were.
The opposite direction. The opposite direction from the hand.
Oops.
In fact, like weirdly, the exact opposite direction.
Oh, you must have just misread your glaive there, huh?
Yeah, I was supposed to go for the staff end, not the pointy end, obviously.
What happens to all of us?
Yeah.
All right. So the party packs up camp, begins trekking on, and you guys are following it for a good while. Probably a couple of hours trekking through the woods. Not seeing much of anything. Like, no giant slugs, no trolls, thankfully. Not much of anything.
That's really creepy.
Bucephalus just starts whistling to himself.
Yeah, and you start whistling to yourself and to everybody else. It's piercing. It feels far louder than it should be in this decently quiet forest. It really feels out of place. There's too much cheer in something like that. But you're trekking on for a little while, and you guys knew you were decently close when you'd made camp the night before. And even with the little detour, it didn't add too much time, thankfully. But you're following the hand for a while, and after a time, it stops. Now, normally when it would stop, it would turn back and it would beckon you forward, Magda. But now it just kind of stops and just floats there.
All right, I guess we made it. I don't see it though.
You're looking around, dudes. You're not seeing anything apart from forest. It's just trees, some shrubbery here and there. You spy a few bushes of nettles, but just forest.
Do I see any large objects covered in like moss that could be camouflaged?
How about this? We'll have everybody that wants to make a perception check.
Perception check it is.
Now, would I be able to do like I was thinking more of like Arcana or something to see if something's like magically hidden.
If you wish to do that, please feel free.
I'm not good at it, but I'll give it a try.
I actually am good at that. Can I do that?
Oh, not bad.
May I join in the Arcana check?
If you wish, but it will undo your perception check.
Okay.
Very nice, very nice. Alright, so let's see who rolled what. We have Sitlali and Herg for perceptions, and we have Megda and Bucephalus for arcana.
Hey Spike,
You
did
guys,
you want to roll a perception or an arcana check to see if you see anything?
I roll perception.
Hmm.
gorgeous, gorgeous. Alright. So, the three of you, Spike, Herg, and Sitlali, you're looking around. You're spying mostly forest. Lots of trees. Not much of anything out of the ordinary. Well, as far as out of the ordinary counts in a place like this, as far as you can tell. And Herg, you do see, kind of off in the distance, something vaguely humanoid sized and shape, just kind of throwing itself through the tree branches pretty high up. Kind of looks like it's running a parallel course to you guys, not really going further away or closer, at least yet. Can't make it out in details at this distance, especially with the overcast sky.
Right, we gotta fight Naruto.
No, it's an ape. Oh, or a troll. Could be a troll.
A troll ape.
Troll ape.
When you first said throwing itself through the trees, I was just thinking of it like just flailing and just like throwing itself at like the tree trunks.
See, it rolls itself into a ball, and then one arm
It
comes out,
bounces.
picks itself up, and throws it.
I saw a thing in the trees, but I don't see, like, I don't see where we're supposed to be. Do we just keep going? Maybe it's too magic here for the hand to keep going? They said it was too magic once you got closer to the place, right? And maps didn't work? Maybe the hand doesn't work either, right?
It's anything with Arcana.
Which, as Herg's asking that question of you, Megda and Bucephalus, two of you are looking at the hand, just kind of puzzled for a second, like, why did it stop? And it's like, oh yeah, no, it is supposed to be protected from anything that would attempt to find it. So it would make sense that probably out to a certain distance, it would just kind of stop working. Um, and with that in mind, the two of you look up and are looking around, and it's almost as if a veil lifts before your eyes. And
I immediately prep an arrow.
yeah, Herg, you're watching. Megda and Bucephalus are just kind of looking at the hand weird for a few seconds. They both kind of look up, and then Bucephalus just knocks an arrow out of nowhere.
Oh, what? All right, hold up my glaive.
And you're looking around, and you turn and look in the same direction that they are. And you're the first to spot it, Herg, with Magda a split second behind you. And you guys actually do see a statue. In fact, a small line of statues.
Oh, cool. What do they look like? Oh, shit.
Well, once this little map loads, I hope.
It's at 80%. It's
80%.
60%.
based on the name. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it might be an elf statue.
Maybe. Guess that's a
Ah,
positive.
they're trees. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, ignore the like white face-looking thing in the corner. That's just a map border.
But what is this?
It's an angry face. gonna eat us.
The fuck is that in front of us? Where's
Yeah, what is that?
That
A
thing?
wall?
yeah that thing?
Yeah, that thing. That's just a map border. Ignore it.
Oh, this.
No, that uninjured thing directly in front of my face when I mouse over it.
Oh, you mean
Me?
Megda?
Oh, that's Megda?
Yeah, she gave me a token. I finally stopped being lazy and got around to cutting it out and putting it in for her.
Oh, okay.
Got my
Oh,
mate.
that looks pretty cool.
Everyone's like, oh my god, we gotta fight something.
Thought it was a living statue.
Grr.
Thought we were all gonna die.
Hey, maps like this are not always meant for fighting.
Maps. Wait,
Hey!
you don't love
Look at
me
that.
like I love you.
Yeah, no, you guys see before you a small line of statues. And please, feel free to move around as you wish. I'm not going to stop you. This is a map for you guys to explore. There is a lot here for you guys, whether you realize it or not. And what you guys happen to see and do in this map is 100% up to you. I do not control anything. I will simply give descriptions of things as you go along.
Ferg
I
is-
want to look at the. I want to closely look at the statues.
Yeah, and you go up to them, and you come out of the forest, and you see actually a pretty decent clearing. There's a couple of trees up on a small raised platform. It's about 4 or 5 feet high. Bit of an interesting slope to it that at first glance it looks like it might be hard to climb up. But you start looking at the statues, and they're all facing inwards towards this place. And each of them, it's a decently tall statue, about 6.5 feet tall, up on a small pedestal. So total height's somewhere in the neighborhood of 8.5 feet. Very
Ferg and a
smooth,
half.
worn features. You can't really tell what it was at one point. Probably it looks like it's been eroded by wind and rain and just the natural elements.
I found a door.
Herg pokes it with the butt of his glaive.
This
You
is like one
poke
of
it.
those. This is like one of those walk around tours.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's just a thunk as you poke it.
Nothing happens.
Nothing
Oh.
happens.
Spike, come look at all this stuff.
I'm right behind Megda, by the way.
And Magda, yes, you do see a door.
Alright, I'm looking. Wow, this place looks really cool.
It's very smooth. In fact, it's flush with the stone wall.
Shit, where'd
You
Spike
don't
go?
see. Oh, you walk behind trees. Yes, there are lines of sight. And if you happen to leave the line of sight of other things, it will disappear.
Oh,
Now, would I recognize any of this, considering we're in an elven tomb? Like, would,
No.
would any like signatures or anything make sense to me?
Well, you're not seeing any signatures or anything like that so far. It's you can see the statues. You can see some small pillars. At least I'm pretty sure you can see them. Right up here, with what looks to be a sarcophagus in the middle of them.
Is that a sundial?
Do they have anything?
It looks like a moon dial because it has its phases of the
Okay,
moon.
yeah.
Do they have anything written on them?
Well, you'd have to go up there and see.
Oh, well, I thought that's where I'm at.
doesn't.
You're a good like 20, 30 feet from those things right now.
Oh, okay.
Was this a door that Megda found?
Yes.
Can
To
I-
your left, there,
can I-
yes.
Can I try to open it?
Yeah, what happens?
A lock.
A lock?
A lock.
I would like to
Mhm.
Poke
try.
it.
I'd like to try to force the door open.
So what's going on here?
All right, so everybody pause. Stop moving. We've got several things happening at once. We have a Bucephalus that kind of ran off, and you guys don't really see him anymore. We're going to start with the closer to the bottom. That's going to be hurt.
Oh.
You're looking at the door. It is flush with the wall. You don't see handholds of any form. You can see the outline of it, primarily because kind of like what looks to be in the center of it, um, it looks like faint drawings of the different phases of the moon.
Okay.
But you see no handholds. You see nothing that would indicate being able to pull it open. So you push, and it feels like you're trying to push a mountain. There is zero budge from it.
So there's phases of the moon on the door.
Correct.
Is there any that are more prominent than others?
Nope.
Okay. What
All right.
what position are they on the door?
It looks like the full moon at the top. I think it's the new moon at the bottom. The two half moons on the left and right, with the corresponding quarters in between. So, assuming you can see into the chamber there, it looks like that without the giant gnomon in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
For the two of you that are inside, this looks like a massive sundial, but specifically for the phases of the moon. So, yes, a moon dial. You can see the various phases, much as they are shown on the map there, and most prominently in the middle, because this thing is freaking tall. It is a good, like, 10 feet at least, is the gnomon in the center. It is essentially the same thing that you would expect from a sundial, where like it kind of blocks the sunlight, and then as the sun's traveling across the sky, it casts the shadow. Except in this particular case, it does that for the phases of the moon. And this thing is big, and it's made out of crystal. It looks
Shiny.
very shiny, even with the clouds obscured, and even with you guys knowing it being daytime. It looks like even with all of that, there is still light emanating from the crystal. Very faint, not enough to like give illumination, but it looks like it is focusing towards the very top tip of it and then casting down upon the ground with the appropriate phase. With that being right there.
Mhm.
Which actually, let me draw that just in case. So that way, if there's any further questions, you guys will know right where it is.
Okay.
All right, is that little white circle visible? I can't tell.
Okay, so that's where it's pointing to right now, technically.
Yes, you guys
Okay.
would know that the 15th, I think it was the 15th, was the night of the new moon. So a couple days later, you'd be a little bit past it. And now up to Dear Busey at the top. Yes, you walk over there and you find a little gazebo. There is a single. I can never remember the name of these things. Brazier. There we go. A brazier, just a few feet tall, probably around 2.5, 3 feet, not terribly tall. Just in the middle of it with this very shiny, polished silver bowl sitting within it that's about 20 inches across.
Did you say bulb or bolt?
Bowl, Bowl.
Oh, okay.
It looks like it is full of snow and pine needles, but you don't see any of that on the ground. What you do see on the ground, however, is pictures. Starting on the left hand side of it, and then going around in a clockwise fashion, you see what looks to be a picture of a pine cone, a twig, a feather, and a hand. And then they kind of surround the bowl, and then on the ground directly underneath the bowl is the picture of a fire.
Where is Beast? Up here?
Somewhere in that direction. You have no idea.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing he just kind of went up around
Yeah.
that way because I can't. Because this is a wall, so like I can't come down this way, right? Oh no, it lets me now. No, it doesn't. Never mind.
It is okay. So in Foundry, there are fancy walls called terrain walls, where you can see through one set of terrain walls, but you cannot see through two sets. And that entire thing that kind of forms the, um,
Circle.
yeah, that forms the right hand part of that circle is raised, like a raised platform. And so yeah, it blocks vision pretty far
Okay.
because it's decently big. And yeah,
Yeah. Because I can like see over here, and I was like, oh, let me go that way, and it's like, nope. Okay.
Everyone's gone. I see
yeah,
Billy
but
now.
you folks, Megda and Sitlali, the two of you do know that there is kind of it looks like a crumbled opening on the left hand side, right over here.
Do I hear
It's-
them coming?
Nope. You don't hear a thing over the wind.
Oh, okay.
We'll look this way.
So, what Bucephalus thinks is ingredients to something. The only ingredient present is pine needles, as I understand it.
You don't see pictures of pine needles.
Hmm.
You see a pine cone.
Oh, pine cone, right.
Twig, feather, hand, and a bowl with fire.
Can Herc see anything inside this hole in the wall?
Make a perception check for me, Herg.
I don't know. I have to refresh. Hopefully the system doesn't murder me.
Nope.
With an 8, Herg, look, peeking in the entrance. Actually, I'm not sure what you can see. And that is only because Foundry hates my guts, and it doesn't let me do dynamic lighting for myself, which is bollocks. But
How dare it?
you are able to see a couple of statues right on the inside of the wall to your left and right. These do not look like they've been worn by weather and wind and rain. They have very sharp elven features. They stand as tall as the ones outside, and these look pristine, and they face inwards towards the moon dial behind you. I think. Show me with your mouse about how far out you can see with your token.
Okay, let's see. I can see.
I assume you can see this over here.
I can see to here, and then it cuts off right here in like a straight line from the door, and then it
Okay.
cuts off right here like in a straight line from the door.
Like,
Yeah, no, I've got a pretty good picture. Yeah, you do see what looks like little passageways. One that leads up. You can, I think you can see the little steps in there.
Yes,
And
I
then
can.
one that's leading down towards that way, but you can't quite see far enough to make out details.
And it looks like this wall was like busted open.
Yes, from the side that you are on.
You guys,
So-
I think we don't need to open the other door because somebody opened a wall instead.
And only I hear it.
Hey,
Yes.
Hey, Caleb, let me know when I'm in the queue, please.
I believe you're in the queue. What's up?
So I wanted to look in like the tree space over here and to the tree on the left. I would like to start looking to see if any of those ingredients are in the area.
Make an investigation check for me.
Second.
Hey, it'll work. Looking around, you find a pine cone or twig real easy. I mean, it's a tree. Twigs very easy to come by. You do find a couple of pine cones, pretty decent sized, on the ground around it. A feather, however, that takes a while. Probably a good 15, 20 minutes of looking through, and eventually you do find one.
Hmm.
It's pretty high up in that tree, though, and looks like it's a little bit precarious. It's stuck on a fork
you.
of.
Salud.
You know, I
That
do
was
have
Courtney laughing.
feathers too.
Oh, I thought she
You're all the
sneezed.
way over here. He doesn't know that.
True.
Well,
So-
I'm over here and I go, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, I didn't even know you were here.
Oh, I can be sneaky sometimes.
So, over on that pyre, there was kind of a list of ingredients, and it also
Mhm.
included a hand, which makes me believe that it means you combine them by hand, unless it literally means a hand. I haven't worked that part out yet.
Mm.
So, what I was doing was I was looking for some of the ingredients it listed. Now, out of character, because honestly, you said
Twig,
it was,
pine cone, hand, feather, and fire under the bowl.
that's what I. Thank you. So yeah, I was looking for these particular ones. I found a pine cone, and there's a feather up there. I think I have an idea on how to get that. Um, Caleb, is the feather on a branch or anything like that?
Yeah, it's you can see it's probably a good 25, 30 feet up in this tree, and there's just a neat little fork that comes out of the main branch, and the feather looks trapped in there.
Okay,
Um,
quick question before you climb up the tree.
well, I had a different idea, but yes, ma'am.
Don't you have some feathers on the end of your arrows?
Um, I mean, God, I'm taking a look. Mm,
It is fletching. It is, depending on the quality, a piece of a feather, but
Mm.
otherwise it doesn't look like you could get a whole feather out of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's more just the Lorian lace.
Oh,
But
all right.
how thick is the branch? Is it like a little flimsy thing?
The one that the feather is caught on, you probably wouldn't want to put too much weight on it. It might snap. But
How
there
high
are a
up
few
is
that
it?
lead up to it. It's about 25, 30 feet up.
Yeah, I got an idea. I'd like to try and shoot the branch to see if I can break the branch, causing the feather to fall.
I would normally encourage something like this, but you do know it's decently breezy. And if the feather were to come loose, I don't know if it would fall rather than just get caught in the breeze and drift away.
Okay.
But if you still wish to, I won't stop you. We'll see what happens.
Well,
Hey,
I think Sitlali is pretty good at the climbing thing. Maybe she can get up there and kind of reach for it.
yeah, that went so well last time.
Well, I mean, she can climb well.
She can
We just
climb.
need to make sure she doesn't fire some arrows. But it sounds like she's not gonna do that. But it's not a problem. She should be able to climb up there, no problem. I'll go find her.
Do you mind?
If
Okay. Here, let me try it. And if I get wrecked, can you just heal me and I'll let her do it?
all right, I guess I'll take a step back then.
Oh. Oh.
Natural
So
one.
I'm gonna try and climb up there to get the feather.
I love you, Billy. Please make an athletics check for me.
Natural one. Natural one.
Okay,
Natural
Megda kind of prepares in case she can catch him when he falls, but also wants to stay a little
Just
bit out of the
let
way
him
in case,
fall.
Just let him
in
fall.
case she gets hurt.
You've got a cat who not only has feathers, but if she didn't have the feathers already, she could climb it and get the feathers.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. That's a good roll. You're making your way up the tree pretty sure-footed. The handholds are just enough to make this a bit of a comfortable climb. You're not having to overextend or stretch really bad for any. It doesn't feel like you're like climbing up a ladder that's cramped. It's a decent workout. And you very nimbly make your way up the tree, and you get to right up within reach. And yes, you can very easily pluck the feather, which now looks like an owl feather up close.
Oh God, it would be.
My
Wouldn't it?
life will not be complete until we have to fight a giant owl because Bucephalus angered it.
Oh, just wait.
Owl
I
dinosaur.
All right.
mean,
Well-
dinosaurs have feathers, so.
All right. So pinecone check. Feather check. All right. Do I see any of the other possible ingredients in the tree?
Fire,
The only
no.
other two are twig, hand,
There's no
and
fire.
then fire.
But you already have a twig, a pine cone, and feather, so
Right.
hand and fire.
All right. So we have the fire. So all right. So I'm gonna make my way down.
Oh,
Yep,
good
easy enough.
job.
Oh,
You're so
well,
athletic.
well, thank you.
Owls are just beautiful creatures.
They are.
Herg's gonna say to Sitlani while all of this is happening,
Me's a kid.
I'll wait here. Do you want to go tell the others we found a hole to get through into the inside? So we don't have to open
Sure.
that other door thing?
Okay.
You're faster than I am.
So come back over here. Now, is that just the image, or is this thing actually on fire, or is it just the bowl?
Right now, it's just the bowl, but
Okay.
there is a bit of a glow coming off of it.
All right. Now, let's see. So, put the ingredients in there. Well, I don't know what to do here, Mega. Is see, we have the ingredients. I have a torch, so we can set it on fire. But if I'm wrong and it needs an actual hand of sorts, we just wasted the ingredients.
Well, I mean, I don't really want to lose my own hand.
Oh,
I
well.
have seen a few statues around with hands. Do you think that would suffice, or do we actually need a living being's hand?
That's an interesting idea.
And if it is a living being's hand, I'm thinking this might be some magic we don't necessarily want to be starting.
Yeah, definitely. Believe me when I tell you, dark magic comes with a price.
Which, Silali, you walk out and you follow the murmuring, and you're coming out right as Bucephalus is sweeping the pine needles and snow out of the little silver bowl there that's in front of him, and starts dumping a pine cone, a pretty large owl feather, and a twig into that bowl.
We found an opening to possibly an area we might want to go.
Thank you, ma'am, but we're working something out at the moment.
We may just need to take a moment here. I don't really want to leave him by himself doing some unknown magic.
Could I do a check?
I don't know. What are we trying to do?
Well, to decipher. Is there any way to decipher the symbols other than what it shows?
Taking a look at the symbols, it's not like they're worn or rubbed away or anything. It looks, honestly, it looks like they were carved yesterday into the stone, the marble of the gazebo. Yeah, it seems pretty straightforward. You've got one that looks like a pine cone, one that's obviously a bit of a twig. You have a feather; those are hard to mess up, and then it's literally just a hand. You're not sure if it's palm up or palm down, but it's got the thumb on the left hand side with the four fingers not packed in close together, kind of spread out. Like if you were to relax your hand with no fingers touching each other, it's kind of what it looks like. And then underneath the bowl itself, it is a very obvious picture of a flame.
Now, since Magda does a little bit of magic, is there, I mean, would I have any idea of what these ingredients combined together might do?
Not a single clue. And
Okay, cool.
that's the fun part of magic is it is mostly up to the intent of the one creating it. For all you guys know, this spell could end the world if you were to combine the gradients and, I don't know, light them on fire in the bowl as you seem to want to do. It could be a powerful resurrection spell. It could summon a host of demons. It could cure all disease. It could cause gold to rain from the sky. Magic is a wondrous thing.
Are we sure we want to do a magic spell right now?
What did you say the other day? YOLO, was it?
You didn't hear me say that.
You told us what you did.
I did tell you what I did, but I didn't say I said yellow.
I definitely heard you say YOLO. I'm just saying.
No, you were asleep.
Herc
All
hears
right.
metagaming from across the field.
I was going to say, Herg hears that a mile off.
Hey, Meg, where did you see, where you mentioned you saw hands, where did you see that?
Well, I was seeing some statues around. I'm sure that they have some hands.
Yeah.
And now that I think about it, we did see what looked like maybe a sarcophagus of some sort.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea.
But the other thing is, again, do we really want to put a dead hand in some magical bowl here? We have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. Pretty committed at this point.
Oh,
We're
God.
gonna
we're
resurrect some zombies.
We're gonna need specifically a right hand.
Well, I'm viewing
Because
it
if
as
you
a
look,
left hand.
well, the thumb is on the left. So if the
That's
thumb's on
true,
the
but
left,
it could be that it's palm down, and that would be the right hand.
well, that's why I said we're gonna need a right hand.
Herc's gonna cup his hands to his mouth and yell, "You guys, are we going inside this place or not? 'Cause it's gonna get dark in a couple of hours. And there's a big hole right here, so we don't have to open that other weird door."
Did we hear that?
Oh,
Go
yes,
inside
yes.
and see if there's any hands in there. Let's just go inside and see if there's any hands.
All right, let's pause for a second. Herg, for starters, as you yell that, you hear it echo within, and you think you hear a low grumble.
Uh-oh.
Second, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break so that I can get myself
come
some drink
on.
and wet the palate. So, we'll take 10 minutes. I will probably be back in 2, but...
I was gonna say, you're messing with me. I love puzzles in games.
Oh, yeah. No, I am enjoying this thoroughly. And this is just the start.
It's always my favorite kind of game.
I mean, I have a good idea of what you could use for the hand, but Herc wouldn't know, so I can't tell you.
Oh, look, there's steps.
Yeah, there's steps that lead right up there.
That's how I got up
Every
there.
other spot that I've been, this has been pitch black.
Yeah.
And so
Hey,
this is the only spot I've been where I can actually see their steps.
It's the beauty of dynamic lighting.
That sarcophagus bit's a good idea. Yeah, it's worth a look.
But yeah, we'll take a 10-minute break, grab food, grab drink. Don't use a raid bottle. And we'll be back at 9.
Okie dokie, I'm gonna make
what
some
bottle?
popcorn.
Are you suggesting that one of us might drink pesticide?
What? Oh, no. Okay, I'm glad no one got that reference. Thank you. That makes me feel better about myself for making that joke.
Okay, cool.
Also, I'm not going to explain what it is. It's nasty.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. Love you guys.
Love you.
Alright, I'll be right back too.
Okie dokie. Well, anybody out there...
Come to think of it, I've got to pee.
Okie dokie. Well, anybody out there who might be watching, now is a good enough time as ever to promote Momo, the asthmatic kitty. Everybody should totally go to Lindsay's GoFundMe to help Momo, the asthmatic kitty. We have already raised 95 of the $400 that Momo needs to be able to breathe better. But they could sure use your help a bit more if anybody wants to go save Momo the kitty. Another note, we are not going to be having Dragons Also Maybe Dungeons this Friday because our dear friend Rooney is going on a little trip to Jersey, the land of no left turns. So instead, we will be having Dragons Also Maybe Dungeons tomorrow at our usual time of 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please feel free to tune in tomorrow. And on Friday, we will just not be doing anything this Friday because it is my youngest's birthday anyway, so this works out really cool. We're going to go do something instead of having to wait till the weekend. But anyway, yeah, go visit the GoFundMe and donate to Momo. Momo needs you. And we're just gonna chill out a little bit till everybody gets back now. I need to make a Be Right Back panel with dancing gifs. Should do that. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves some treats.
Bukiha is back. Who all is here?
It is a Herg.
Yay! We've got Herg.
I think Spike is still in the bathroom.
All good. So, how you liking the map?
I am loving the map.
Good. I'm glad. This is the first of numerous.
Excellent. And soon
And
you'll have Dungeon Alchemist, and it'll be even better.
actually, probably gonna have to give that about a year or so, I think.
Too many bugs?
Oh no, they haven't started developing it yet.
Oh well, they've got over $1 million, so I'm sure they're gonna just fine.
Yeah. What? I think they hit like 2.1 million, something like that.
Probably. It's a really cool looking premise.
Oh, I'm excited for it. Yeah, once I've got that, I'll be able to do my own dungeon maps and stuff. But I still love these because this is actually an official map from one of the module books.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually out of Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Oh, that makes sense because there's moons.
Yep, and snow.
And snow. Oh, I thought that was just ashy dead ground, but I get that now.
Yeah, I've been taking maps and in GIMP changing colors around to kind of more match things, but I haven't really wanted to change the official maps because I really like them and the artwork and the colors are usually really intentional, so I tend to leave them alone, but I really like them.
Yeah, they're pretty cool looking.
Oh geez, 2.4.
2.4 what?
Million
2.4 million what?
euros. Is that a
Million.
euro?
It's either euros or pounds. I'm not sure which.
I think it says euros.
Euros.
It's a
So I
euro.
broke the news to Billy. I ended up, Aaron, you would know about this. It's
do?
the My Baby Night Owl nightlight.
No.
I know-
Billy
I
Billy
know
said
Bye
that
Baby stole them because I picked them
yeah.
off the. I did replaying with them plenty of times.
Are you talking about the good night owl? Like the sleep sheet?
Oh, it
No.
was it was a nightlight.
I
We
don't,
had the good night owl, and then there was like a nightlight.
I don't remember any owl nightlights.
Okay. Well, I got
Hmm.
an owl nightlight for when we have a kid.
It was on like the
Yay.
5th shelf in the safety section.
And Billy's pissed because he doesn't like owls, but I like them, so we're having an owl nightlight.
I'll get you a hedgewig for Christmas.
Okay.
I support this child and their owl upbringing.
Well, I mean, yeah, that, and I'm gonna raise a child in actual civilization, so that's gonna help.
I don't understand what that has to do with owls. They live in the city too.
Yeah, they do.
You try not to be on. I don't even know who. Oh, that's who that is. Okay.
Hey
Owls
Spike.
are majestic creatures.
Hey Spike, you back yet?
Yes, I'm back.
That's everybody.
Or is it?
It is. Because you
Well,
already talked.
Dun dun dun.
It'd be 2 minutes early, but if you guys want to hop right back in, we can.
Yeah, man, I got
We
my
can.
drink. I'm all set. If everybody else is ready.
It's time to feel the wrath of my actions.
All right, so currently, as it stands, we have a Herg and a Spike standing at the entrance to whatever this is, with a low grumbling having come out of there for a couple of seconds. Megda and Sitlali are kind of in that little entrance there with a Busey over by this marble gazebo trying to figure out what the heck this is and what to do with it. So, my dear party, what are we doing?
Herg is going to grip his glaive tighter and kind of squint into the opening where he can hear the gurgling to try and find out what it is.
Grumbling, not gurgling, and
Grumbling.
make a nature check.
Nature check. Nature check. I'm relatively okay at those, I think. Yes.
You're okay.
Hey, beautiful. To you, yeah, that sounds like a bear.
Oh. Spike, we need to move away from the opening right now.
Okay.
Very slowly.
Yeah, it sounded like an irritated bear, like one had almost been woken up in the middle of a hibernation.
Very slowly, very quietly, let us back away. Follow me. Very slowly and quietly.
Let's go on in then.
No, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. No, no.
No, 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 no. What?
It's a bear.
A bear?
There's a bear.
There's a bear. Where?
There's a bear in there.
There's a bear in there.
There's a bear.
There's a
in
bar over there.
there. There'll be a bear in there. It's not a bear, it's my mum.
There's a bear. There's a bear. Where? The bear's in there. The bear's in there. Where?
We're going on a bear hunt.
The bear's in there and it has no hair.
Mhm.
Wasn't
And we're
very
in
fuzzy,
for
was
an
he?
awful
It's a
big
very
scare.
irritated bear.
Oh god, sorry, y'all broke me
Beware,
there. I
it's a
didn't mean to
bear.
be so loud. My bad. That was funny.
The bear's in there, it has no hair, and we're all in for an awful big scare.
That was a good one.
No, there's a bear in there. And we should back up. Magda, you should back up. Magda, you should back. He's not happy. I yelled.
Well, I don't think I'd be very happy if you yelled me awake either.
Yeah, I
Do
know.
we hear it coming any closer?
No, it was just you heard the grumbling for a couple of seconds and then it stopped.
So it probably went back to sleep?
That's a good question. You should go in and find out.
No.
Bucephalus is torn right now because he heard Magda say she was going to try and bring a hand back. But he doesn't know if he should stay or see what the holdup is.
I mean, you would think that if you've got to remove it from a statue, it's going to take more than 10 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll go over to one of the statues then.
Herc's going to stand guard over the bear door.
May I please move? Please, thank you.
Yeah, there's actually an invisible wall that's on the big arrow in the middle because it is a large device. You don't crawl over it.
Okay.
And yeah, looking at the statue here, you can only see one visible hand on any of them. They are, oh my god, I just lost all of my words.
What do you need
Robed
words for?
figures. There we go. Their right hand is covered. You don't see a hand. It just looks like a voluminous sleeve. The left hand is closed around a staff or spear. Can't quite tell with the features having been kind of worn off, and all of the ones out here, it's honestly you can only tell it's a hand because it's a slightly thicker part. It looks like a nub attached to a stick.
Does anybody else hear knocking?
Yep.
Mhm.
It sounds like something is clicking or knocking.
I thought somebody was just rolling dice. That's what it sounded like to me.
I'm actually not hearing anything. They're just slightly worrisome.
I don't hear it now.
Unless someone was clicking the door, but it's only supposed to play for the person that clicked it.
No, I don't hear it anymore.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It was
It was
just
the
something
bear.
playing with the door. It was nothing. Sure. Let's see.
You're chuckling like it was you, Kat.
No, it wasn't me. I'm just figuring that the DM might be playing with our brains
No,
here.
dead serious. I was not in this case.
It was the bear. It was the bear, you guys. It's the bear.
The
Yes,
bear
it's the
that's
bear.
there.
Over there.
And he's aware.
He's aware, that bear. Deathly aware.
Hopefully he's not a werebear.
Oh, I hope he's a werebear. If he bites Herc can be a werebear. He can grow hair like a bear. Give you a bear stare.
Oh my god, y'all are nerds. Anyway, what are we doing, my fine folks?
Well, that doesn't quite look like a hand. I don't know if I break that off if it's really gonna do anything if it doesn't look like a hand. Also, can I make sure that the statue's not like magical and will come to life and attack me if I hit it?
I poked it already and it didn't do anything.
I was going to say, how would you like to do that?
I don't know. Can I
Because just looking at it, no, it doesn't look. I mean, it's a statue. It looks like it's made out of the same marble as the gazebo is. The ones on the outside of here, like I said initially, are all pretty badly worn by wind and rain and weather. So a lot of their features, practically all of their features, are very indistinct.
detect magic ritual?
All right. You take 10 minutes, and it lights up, and all of the statues light up. You see a faint aura of abjuration magic around each of these statues, which you would know is abjuration tends to be spells and cantrips and the like that are meant to protect in some form.
Hmm. And can I also not only look at these, but look in here as well and see if I see any magic in here?
All right, going
Since
back
I have
there.
since I have my magic eyes ready.
Yeah. Which going in, oh yeah, the room itself kind of lights up with magic. Um, you can tell that the big crystal gnomon in the middle is probably the most magical bit in here, as it frankly magically directs moonlight around this rather than it being like a sundial. Um, the phases of the moon on the ground are also lit up, and everything again looks like it's abjuration magic. The phases of the moon, though, on the ground are not as bright as the gnomon in the center, though. So the magic for them, it's not, I don't want to say like not as strong, but it looks like they are counterparts to one another. You suspect that if the light coming off of the gnomon was directly on one of the symbols, it would probably light up a lot stronger. But as it stands right now, it's just faint magic coming from the symbols on the ground.
And what about over here?
I'm sorry, I did not see anything over
Oh,
where.
sorry, the sarcophagus.
The sarcophagus. Let me just do a quick read over it. Um, there is a tinge of magic to it. In fact, you get two distinct flavors of magic off of this one.
Necromancy.
The sarcophagus itself looks like it has a shroud of strong abjuration magic. But through that, you can sense a little bit of necromancy coming from the inside of it.
Don't open it.
You don't see that.
I know.
Hey, are
Okay.
these statues movable?
They are made out of marble and they are about 8.5 feet tall. They are heavy as sin.
So
Remember, they're
not
1.5
movable.
feet tall.
They
I
are
have-
not really movable, no.
Okay.
I have an oddly weird question. So the big giant thing in the middle is crystal, correct?
Yes.
Is it valuable?
Oh my god.
I mean,
To someone.
to someone, this, it honestly, it does look like it could be decently valuable if it was in one piece.
Like the whole thing.
Yeah, taking chunks off, yeah, you could probably sell them for some pretty pennies. But that's, yeah, it's up to you what you want to do with that information.
All right, so Magda kind of says, I'm not sure about breaking the statues. It seems like a lot of the statues around here are for protection of the area, and specifically very strong protection of that sarcophagus against potentially the necromancy that's going on inside. So I don't think we should touch that one. I'm gonna go tell Boo Boo about that.
What's Boo Boo doing?
Oh, he's trying to do some magic.
Is that a good idea?
Probably not.
Herg would like
I'm staring at all at the crystal and contemplating on taking chunks off of it.
I would like to examine the crystal with all of my not so good prodigious knowledge of anything in the magical nature. See if I can
Well,
figure out if it's movable.
just looking at the crystal, it's about 10 feet tall at its tallest point. It's like a big triangle. Oh my god, what are those ones called? It's holy crap. Think of kind of like a big sail on a ship.
Isosceles?
I think
No, scalene. Scalene.
Scaling.
Scaling. There we go. Thank you. I knew the word was going to be there at some point. It's big. It is, yes. It is like, as you guys are looking at it, the point that's pointing like down to the left, that's the thickest and tallest part, with the tallest bit being right there.
Okay.
And then as it's going on the map here, like up to the right, it slopes down until it meets the floor. So it's a good like 15, almost 20 feet long.
Does it rotate?
You're not seeing any marks on the ground. You're not seeing any sort of indication that it rotates or moves.
Okay. What do you think we should do about the bear inside? He says to Sitlani.
Oh, I don't know. I'm in awe with the crystal.
You really like shiny things, don't you?
I want to take some of this. I whisper to myself, by the way.
Berg hears nothing.
Hey, hey, Magdo, what's up?
So, well, actually, a quick question. Do I still have any of my magic vision to look at this area?
I think it's a 10-minute duration.
Mm-hmm.
So we can say if it depends on how quick of a jog you took around the area here, but I'd say you'd have a few minutes left. Yeah.
Okay. Do I sense anything in the gazebo?
Right now, I mean, it's very slight. You're not getting a school of magic off of it, but the bowl, it is giving off a little bit of light, even though there's no fire in it. So yeah, it is magical. You can tell, but it doesn't have a school attached to it.
Okay. All right. So I kind of say, well, I was kind of looking around a little bit. I was looking at that possibly the statue hand. And it seems like all of the statues have a lot of abjurations with a lot of protective magic around here. I'm not so sure we want to necessarily break the protective barrier. Um, and also, there's a whole lot of magic coming out of that sarcophagus, including some necromancy. So I don't think we want to open it.
Hmm.
Oh, and there's a bear inside. So I mean that might cause some problems too.
So you didn't get the hand, is what I'm
I did
hearing?
not get a hand. I do apologize about that. But, we can try to go inside and see if there's anything else. But there is a bear inside. We may need to try to go in through that other door.
Why don't we just go through the bear?
Because it's kind of a bear, but,
I mean, we did almost beat a troll.
true.
Hmm.
I'll let you give that idea to the rest of the party and see what their view is.
And Bucephalus is a little out of focus. He's really intent on this puzzle, so he's distracted from typical reason at the moment. All right,
I love it.
So I gotta go get this hand then.
Bucephalus turns against the rest of the party, cutting off hands willy-nilly until he can fulfill his bold desires.
Oh, I didn't know I could use the arrow pad for the arrow keys.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be. I think the arrow keys. I've never tried it because I use W, A, and D to move around. But yeah.
Hey, giant sundial. Well, this is interesting.
Is there any way to chip away some of this crystal?
Oh no.
I don't know. Try.
What would I do to chip away crystal?
What are you using to try and chip away crystal?
I
Hey,
don't know if I have anything strong enough.
Look at your inventory. Pick a thing.
I have a hammer and a crowbar.
That sounds like a hammer and a chisel to me.
Hey,
all I heard was smack it.
Okay.
Hey, friends, is this the hole y'all were going? This one right here?
There's a bear in there. Don't go in there. There's a bear in there.
Yeah, that's the only place we got a hand. We're gonna need that hand.
Bears don't have hands.
No,
Why do
not
you need
that.
a hand?
Oh, it's a long story. But I need to find a hand, whether it be a statue.
Why does it have to be a hand? Why do you need
Okay.
a hand?
Okay. So over where I was, the reason I was
Uh-huh.
gone for a while is there's a bowl
Okay.
where there is instructions that are labeled as seemingly a bit of ingredients.
All right.
With that said, the ingredients suggest that we need to combine them,
Okay.
and then we combine them and forge them in fire. Now I have everything else, but the ingredients seem to suggest we need a hand.
Like, dude,
Magda came up.
is it writing that says you need a hand, or what's it look like?
Yeah, so it's these markings
Okay.
where it is a hand, fire, and then 3 ingredients.
So it's like a picture of a hand?
Yes,
Have you considered that it just wants flesh?
I did. That's why and obviously I'm not going to cut anybody's hand off, but I'm thinking Magda mentioned there was a sarcophagus down here. Maybe we could combine it with a dead hand.
There's no sarcophagus down here.
Now, Magda, where'd Magda go?
You know the one. It's the one that's up on the platform, kind of in the middle of the map.
Herc has not
'Cause
seen that
you've
one
seen
yet.
it.
Dang it.
Actually, I think everyone should have seen it at this point.
Herc hasn't gone up there. Herc's been down here the whole time.
No, but you can still see up onto there. It's not terribly high.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was really tall.
No, the statues are really tall. It is a raised area, but it's giving it a reread just in case. But no, it's not terribly tall. It's 5-6 feet tall.
Okay. Then, oh yeah, that's over there. And he points up.
Hey,
So what happens when you give it a hand?
well, everybody laughs in approval, and more hands continue.
I don't understand why we want to do that then.
Never mind her. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen, but I think it's worth a look because it might kind of be the secret to working the rest of this place out.
Well, I want to keep my hands.
Nobody's going to cut your hand off.
Okay, cool. Have you tried just blood yet?
I have not tried that. That's kind of fascinating. Well, I'll be right back.
Because maybe it just... Okay, he's gone.
While that's happening, Sitlali, what are we doing? Are we trying to take chunks of crystal?
I'm gonna try to take chunks of crystal if I can.
All right. What are we using?
My crowbar and hammer, because that's kind of like the only chisel-like stuff I have. I might bend it.
So, like, are you using the crowbar like a giant chisel and slamming it with the hammer?
Yeah.
All right. So you kind of find a little nook where it rests in there easily, and wind up and smack it. Make a strength check for me.
Oh no, that poor crystal.
Oh, okay.
So, my bad.
Not bad. And it's like hammering a chunk of solid stone. It is hard. You don't feel the crowbar dig in at all. What you do get as a result is a very loud, almost like a bell
Oh shit.
toll, but it's very crystal clear. It's a little bit muddled because of the crowbar, but otherwise it's this gorgeous chime that goes off.
Herc starts trying to make rapid sushing motions. Silani, the bear! Silani, the bear!
It's some crystal. Gosh, it's so beautiful and it's probably worth a lot.
Silani, the bear!
Oh, we could kill the bear.
Depends on what kind of bear, Sitlani.
Then Lolly doesn't care. She wants the crystal. It's her rogue side.
I know. I think it's hilarious, but Herg's very scared.
All right, what are we doing up there, Busey?
So he's kind of he's reflecting on it. He has considered. He thinks Herg might be on to something in terms of maybe trying blood as opposed to a literal hand. So what he's going to try to do is he's going to put the ingredients in the bowl. He's going to just nick his finger for a couple of drops over the bowl. And then he's going to use his torch in the bowl, and we're going to see what happens.
All right, so we stick the pine cone, the twig, the feather, and a couple drops of Busey blood into the bowl. Light up your torch and kind of dip it in, and then whoosh! Beautiful silver flame stretches up out of it, giving off only slightly more light than the bowl was originally. Looking in, you don't see anything happen. You don't see any of the ingredients catch. The blood doesn't evaporate. Pinecone doesn't light on fire. Nothing really happens.
Well,
Wasn't the symbol of the fire under the bowl?
Okay, so not really trying to burn them. Maybe let's see. Maybe I do need to cook them. So I'm gonna try and put the torch under the bowl too and see what happens.
You set the torch under the bowl. Nothing happens.
All right. So on the bowl was definitely combining the flames with it was right. The ingredients probably wrong. Can I rescue any of the ingredients considering they weren't set on fire at all?
I mean, if you want to reach your hand in there and grab them, sure.
All right, maybe that's not such a good idea. I don't feel like burning myself.
You're not feeling much heat come off of it.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab them then.
All right. You reach your hand into that, and there's immediate searing pain on your hand.
Oh.
You take 1 point of fire damage. You don't see anything happen to your hand. You pull it out immediately, and the second you do that, the pine cone, the twig, and the feather catch. The second you put your hand into that fire.
Literal hand.
And you pull it out, and your hand looks like it has a little bit of a silvery sheen to it. And you hear a click come from, you immediately know it comes from the sarcophagus.
Oh no.
On the
Jeez.
It's cool. We're gonna fight a bear. He's gonna fight a lich. It's great. It's fine. Everything's good.
Hey, time out. How do I deduct hit points? Just put 10 out of 11 in there? Or?
Yes, just replace the 11 with a 10. And that'll do it.
All right, cool.
Oh no, the game's paused.
Yes, I know. I hit that intentionally.
It's initiative time.
I'm unconscious.
Wait, what? No, I didn't make you unconscious.
Oh, I put 10 out of 11 and says I'm unconscious. Maybe I did something wrong. Hold on.
We did a lot of things wrong today, Billy.
There you go. I don't know what you did, but you're good. All right, just pausing for a quick second. Yeah, you hear that click, and time for you seems to really slow down. And you watch that flame just kind of spark for a second before it goes out. The blood in the bowl completely untouched, still there. The pine cone, the twig, and the feather, however, they stayed. And they too seem to have taken on a bit of a silvery sheen, along with your hand.
I would like it known he put in his right hand because he's left hand dominant, just to be fair.
Yeah, that's fair. The rest of you, you don't know what's going on.
Nope. I'm busy fretting at Sitlani as she tries to hack up a crystal because I'm pretty sure the bear's gonna wake up.
Now, do I have any expectation on why my hand could be silver at this point?
Sorry, repeat that?
Do I have any expectation or understanding as to why my hand might be silver right now?
Best guess, maybe it picked up some of the flame.
Hmm.
Could be your hand's enchanted now. Could just be residual from the color of the flame. Don't know.
Is the flame still going?
Nope, burned out.
What I want to try to do is I want to take out my sword and touch the flat panel, not cutting myself. Put the blade or the base of the blade kind of on my hand and just look at the blade and make sure it's touching the silver and see if anything happens.
Yeah, in fact, you feel the sword on your skin and nothing happens.
Yeah. Okay, well, that was odd. Well, all right. So I think I did my thing here. Let's go see what the others are doing.
And just to verify, you left everything else in the bowl?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on out here?
Sitlani's. Whoa! What the fuck's going on with your hand?
Oh, yeah, the thing happened. I don't really know why my hand is this color, but it is.
You should try touching the crystal with your hand like that.
That's what I'm thinking.
Ooh, or that door that won't open. You should try
Yeah,
touching everything until something happens.
Yeah, because I was thinking about it, because when I saw this last time, I was a little preoccupied, but I was like, I don't know. There's a door that won't open? Where's that at?
Down there by, Megda. But
Yeah,
also
where?
there's this crystal thing, too, which also glows a little bit.
Alright. Yeah. Well, let's give it a shot.
No, don't touch the crystal. It's so beautiful.
I mean, his hand is kind of pretty right now, too, so.
Not as beautiful as this crystal.
Alright, so
Sitlani, I think you have a problem.
So I go ahead and touch it just to see what happens.
And you reach your hand out, touch the crystal, and it's cold to the touch. Not quite like ice, but similar.
Doesn't
Nothing
appear to
happens,
be
though.
doing anything.
Okay, try the door then.
Right?
Magda's been kind of like touching the door, like looking at the little puzzly thing, just kind of like, wonder if I can solve this puzzle.
Hey, ma'am, you mind if I take a look?
Oh, you're got a little shiny hand there. Is that from the bowl? Are you all right?
I'm doing fine so far. I have no idea. Long story short, I was playing with the ingredients. Decided to try seeing if I could take them back out because I didn't see a reaction, and bam, this happened. So we'll see
You
how
put
this
your
goes.
hand in the bowl, huh?
I sure did. I put my hand in the cookie jar, ma'am.
Well, yeah, feel free if you want to try opening the door there. See if you're able to get that open. I've been trying to solve the puzzle. I can't quite figure it out.
That's fair. Let's give it a shot. And I go to see if I can open the door.
And not finding any obvious handholds whatsoever. Touch the hand with your door. When you pass your hand over the moon symbols, it leaves a faint silvery trace on them for a split second that fades, but nothing happens. You don't hear a click when you push it. It just feels like you're trying to shove the mountain itself. Nothing.
Is there anything I can pull?
Nope, no handholds whatsoever.
All right, so that didn't work.
Maybe it opens something else.
What do you mean? But did y'all hear something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, except for the bear.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised the bear didn't wake up after that beautiful sound you both made earlier.
Maybe it thought it was more like a lullaby. Maybe we got lucky.
So I can't go as far as we know, right?
I can't hear you, Billy.
Oh, I was just more so thinking to myself, but it's like a shadowy area, so I assume that's one of the terrain walls.
No, that's a wall. That's a door.
Because I see the door on the right. I wasn't sure if there's anything or on the left. Oh, I see. Okay, that just leads out. Okay.
Did you try pressing this area on the door with your glowy hand?
Wait, hold on. Yeah, sundial.
It's a moon dial.
Moon dial.
Oh, fair. Moon dial. All right. So if this, my hand's now kind of like moon. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna try it over here real quick. I'm gonna try to put my hand specifically on like the full moon part.
Yeah, you stick your hand on the full moon part and nothing.
Alright, so that's not it. Let me try where you want me to.
Well, this part here, but I was thinking on the door because that's showing this is today. So I was thinking on the door to hit for today.
Well, let's give it a shot. So I make my way back to the door.
Herg, make a perception check for me.
Oh, yay. It's time for bears. Perception. Oh, that's right. I don't have to open up the thing for that. I can just do it.
Yeah, I was coming over here to see if there was a bear.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Herg's
Beautiful.
just wordly glancing at Sitlani as she considers trying to chip the crystal again.
How'd you pull that off? Holy hell.
Oh, no.
Really quick, Aaron, I'm going to steal you for a second.
Cool. Hey.
Sorry, you got to give me a hot minute. Whenever I switch rooms or enter a room in Discord, it takes it a little bit to connect. So if you said anything, I apologize. I missed it.
No, I just said, hey.
Hey. So, you are having a small panic attack staring at that opening into the. At this point, like you've got a sarcophagus, you've got fancy elven magic. This is probably an elven barrow in some form. You saw the name on the map. Yeah, it's as you're looking at that hole and Busey walks by, you get slightly blinded for a split second. You look over, and you're not quite sure where the light came from, but I'm pretty sure it came from Busey.
Okay.
All right. I just wanted to give you that in private, also so we could panic some of the others a little bit, which is always nice.
Okay.
I'm going to kick you back down now.
All right, I will react.
Hello.
Oh goodness.
Herg suddenly raises an arm to his eyes and goes, ah! Ow!
What?
Are you all right, Herg?
Hey, what happened over there?
Ah, it's bright. Ow. I don't know what that was. I didn't like it.
Bright.
Oh, this might be one of those migraines I've heard of.
My what?
A migraine, it's like a really bad headache and you start seeing lights.
Oh, well, I saw a light, that's for sure. It hurt.
Are you okay?
I think so.
Hmm.
Did
Is
Bucephalus
that
try
all you
touching the
saw?
door?
Is that all you saw was light?
There's a blinding light and it really, really hurt my eyes and I just couldn't see anything for a second. It was just really bright.
Hmm.
St. Lolly just looks around. There's no light.
Oh,
It's dark out here.
Herg, really quick, make an intelligence check for me.
okay. Not my strong suit.
Well, I mean, after that perception check.
Can't really get much worse. Oh, cool.
It's not too bad.
I'm much better at thinking than I am at percepting.
Which you start putting two and two together. It was the second Busey walked through that little beam of light coming off of the gnomon down to that spot.
Busey, you need to go. You need to stand right here. Stand where the light is.
All right.
Just
I can
do it.
that. All right.
Cool.
And you stand, and nothing happens at first. You start turning around, your hands down to your sides, and it's when your right hand hits that beam of light. It's not so much a beam. It's pretty faint, but the second it hits your right hand, it reflects onto the ground, brighter, much brighter than it was.
Wait a minute. I think I know what we need to do. All right. Here's what we gotta do. So this light is reflecting off my hand. So what we need to do is we need to angle this light to hit the crystal, and then the crystal will emanate the rest. And I bet you that's gonna open that door.
Doesn't the light come from the crystal though?
Yes,
Well,
from the very top of it.
Yeah, we need it to reflect to the moon pieces.
Okay, but which one?
Well, if we angle it a certain way, it should reflect accordingly.
Yeah, but which moon piece do is it need to light up?
Right. I'm thinking the full moon. Well, actually, no. We should probably reflect it to today.
You're already on today.
Right. Okay, so the light's not reflected on today.
The light Why don't one of us stand by the door and you just reflect it to different moons until it hits the right moon?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Ooh, what if you reflected at that statue that's up there on that hill?
What statue? Where?
Look, right up there across from you. Right there, on the top.
Okay. Well,
It's the only one that's on a hill.
Yeah, I'm trying to give that a shot.
Which, honestly, it's your hand especially. It's easy enough to kind of get used to where you can direct the light. So essentially, just tell me where you're going to point the light.
All right. So, I guess we'll try it at the statue. Oh, I'm not in character. What am I doing? Yeah, I guess we'll take Aaron's idea. We'll try to point at the statue first.
All right, and takes you a second, but you get it kind of directed up there, and this very brilliant shaft of light comes from the crystal to your hand, lancing back across, hits the statue, and nothing.
All right. Hey, Magda, ma'am, would you mind being near the door just in case the door opens once we figure this out?
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. So next plan, I want to aim. See if I can aim the light and kind of angle it towards the full moon section.
All right, and it's very easy. It's literally just like pointing your hand down, and you kind of blind Sitlali for a second as she's standing near the gnomon, and it hits the full moon, which then lights up the entire thing, and it's very bright. This brilliant silver light coming out of your hand, hitting the full moon, and then every single phase lights up. You don't see or hear anything else though.
Hey, Magda, try the door.
Nope, still locked.
Well, we definitely lit it appropriately. There's more to it, though.
Did you try and push on the door, Magda?
I press the button and it goes lock, 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 lock.
You still got the lock sound? Yes,
Yes.
it is still locked. So yeah, in character you would have been pushing on it. Nothing happened.
How
Is
about
it-
you try the new moon?
That would take the light away if we do it.
Well, you don't know that yet. You haven't tried that yet.
Well, you're right. We haven't tried. I'm merely theorizing. All right, let's give it a go. I aim it at the new moon.
All right. And you aim it at the new moon, and as you're focusing on that, Spike, Sitlali, and Herd, the three of you hear a faint click come from the entrance over here.
Oh, hold on. I heard a click.
Hey, ma'am, try the door again, just real quick.
Nope, nothing happened.
All right, thank you.
Erg peeks inside, holding his glaive.
Yeah, you peek in. It's still as dark as it was. A little bit of light coming out of the gnomon into there, but you don't see anything different.
Alright, something clicked in here, but I don't know what it was. But also the bear's in here somewhere, so I'm not going inside to find out.
Yeah, definitely don't go in by yourself.
Try one of the half moons and see what happens.
Wait, hold on. Didn't y'all say there was a sarcophagus in there?
No. There's no sarcophagus in there.
Okay.
At least not that we saw. There's one up there, and he points on the ridge.
Is it possible it might unlock that, potentially?
You can go see if you want, but Megda said it's got necrotic stuff, and I don't play with dead people.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just need somebody to coordinate with me, because I'm worried that if I move, then it'll reset this puzzle.
I'm not going up there.
Okay.
Sitlani?
No.
Spike?
No.
Hey, Spike?
Yes?
Do you want to go look at the creepy coffin and see if anything is going on in it? You didn't hear it, but he said sure.
I was gonna say, please say no.
Please say no. Do y'all want to get out of here? I mean, dang.
Out of character, I'm like, try this one. It's got the thing pointed to it.
Which you guys communicate however you wish. If you want to talk out of character to keep things flowing, please feel free. I'm not going to stop you, especially not during times like these.
Spike goes up
Well,
there.
what I'm also noticing is that this has up here by the sarcophagus, there's the 5 spikes that go around the right side of it, similar to like the 5 phases of the moon on this side.
Well,
I don't know if that has anything to do with it or if it's just a decorative thing, but I just noticed that.
Spike gets up there. He sees the sarcophagus, very old and worn. Looks about the right size for an elf, so a tiny bit on the smaller side. The 5, they're small pillars made out of crystal. And on the two, so going in order from left to right, so in this case, clockwise, the top one has a picture of a pine cone, second one has a twig, the third one has fire, the fourth one has a feather, and then the fifth one at the bottom has a hand.
Spike, you see a lot of pictures on crystal pillars around a sarcophagus. What do you do?
What was that?
I said you see a bunch of pictures on top of pillars around a sarcophagus. What do you do?
I just observed the pictures.
And observing the pictures, they're pretty much as was described in what was in the gazebo. You see a pine cone, a twig, a fire, a feather, and a hand, one on each of the pillars.
Hey, Spike, you see anything up there?
I see a bunch of symbols, and they look like they represent different elements.
Wait a minute. Oh, hold on.
Yep.
Well, first of all, I'm kind of right there. I'm in earshot. Do I hear this?
Yes.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Okay. Where are you going?
Where's Spike? I don't know where Spike is.
Spike's up on top of the pedestal where the sarcophagus is.
Go around by the gazebo.
You can't go over top of the giant crystal spike.
Go around by the gazebo. Keep going. Right. You're going to see a set of stairs. Follow those stairs up. Keep going.
You walked right by him.
I see the stairs here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
that's the
go
stairs.
upstairs.
Yep, going up.
Oh, okay. I can't go up anymore.
Yeah, down left. If you hit two directions at the same time, it'll take you in that diagonal. So hit down left at the same
got
time.
it. Okay,
You could
cool.
just click on it and pull it too.
Hey.
But yeah, you get up there, you see the sarcophagus and the 5 pillars, much as described.
I'm gonna try and open it with my moon hand.
Why?
Why don't you just put the things on the pillars?
And you
How's he going
push
to put
against
fire
the-
on the pillars?
you
put a
you
torch
push,
on it.
Against the lid of the sarcophagus, and you put some weight behind it because it looks like it's made out of solid marble, like a lot of this stuff, but mixed in with some granite blocks, and it pushes off real easy. It's smooth, and it just even the second you put weight against it, it just slides right off and then just crashes on the far side.
That's not good.
And within, you see. Honestly, it looks like a mummy. And you pause for a second, and it's laying there, flat on its back, arms crossed. You don't see anything else in the sarcophagus. And as you start just kind of looking, the eyes open up.
Oh, dang.
And you know what? That's where we're going to call it for tonight.
No!
Dun 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 dun.
But no, guys, what I was thinking is I already made. I didn't need to make. It didn't require reusing the elements because I had already made the elements on my hand. So it was merely, to me, that was suggesting
Oh,
that
look, a mummy.
Mm-hmm.
when we see those
Are you my
elements,
mummy?
my hand is essentially the key, as I understood it.
I think we're supposed to put each of the elements on the 5 pillars, and then something hopefully not mummy related would have happened.
I don't know.
I mean, I could give you guys the answers to everything, but I
No.
would spoil it.
Never give us the answers to
Mhm.
things. That's not the way this is played.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it would just be to what you already did.
Yeah, but then where's the fun in that?
I know.
But anyway, this is very fun.
Yeah, no, I hope you folks enjoyed. I thought that was a good place to leave off, especially since we're getting close to 10. Um, no,
Oh.
I genuinely hope you guys liked this map and exploring it.
It was
Oh, God,
lovely.
I'm
very pleased.
having a blast.
Just wait until we get to the maze.
Oh, lovely.
That's my jam.
I'ma be locked there forever, 'cause I have no cognitive reasoning skills. I see or OOC. But yeah, thank you everybody and anybody who was watching tonight. I see you, Rob. So yes, thank you for watching tonight. We hope that you enjoyed our Dungeons and Dinosaurs, still with no dinosaurs, but eventually. We sure enjoyed having you here for all of the fun. And just a gentle reminder to everybody to please donate to Lindsay's Please Make Momo Feel Better Fund. And please help an asthmatic cat near you. Or not near you. I don't know how far you are from Momo. But please help Momo breathe better. We would all really appreciate saving the kitties. And from us here at Dungeons and Dinosaurs, we wish to say thank you and good night. We will not be here next week, but we will the week after. And you can see us tomorrow at Dragons, also maybe Dungeons, with me and Kat, as we see how this whole were rat mine thing is going to work out. Everybody have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.